Getting older.
The 2017 Audi S3 is a car without equal. That might end up on a billboard, but it's actually meant quite literally, as in the S3 has no direct competitor. Other compact luxury sedans, of which there are few, can't match its performance. The BMW 2 Series has 2 doors, plus its rear drive. The bonkers Mercedes-AMG CLA45 is on another power and price planet altogether. The mechanically related VW Golf R isn't a luxury car and has a hatch instead of a trunk. And so the S3 exists as an oddity. But it's a fun oddity, and a well-made one too. For 2017, it receives a number of noteworthy changes to keep it fresh and technologically relevant. Most also apply to the 2017 Audi A3, the car on which it's based, which itself gets a new 2.0-liter turbo 4-base engine in place of the old 1.8-liter. Paired with front-wheel drive and essentially a variation of the Quattro model's carryover 2.0-liter, it produces 186 horsepower, up from 170, and returns 29 miles per gallon combined, up from 27. That revamped A3 wasn't on hand for the press drive in Durham, North Carolina, so we were not at all stuck with the 2017 S3. Its own 2.0-liter turbo 4 is unchanged, still pumping out 292 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque through a 6-speed DSG dual-clutch automatic transmission. Audi says it'll hit 60 miles per hour in 4.7 seconds, which is a full second quicker than the 220 horsepower A3 Quattro as well as about a half second quicker than the Audi A4 Quattro. That bonkers CLA45 is around the 4-second mark. Indeed, having so much power in such a small sedan is a novel and grin-inducing experience. The throttle response is sharp enough in standard mode, but tap the dash-mounted Audi Drive Select toggle to choose dynamic, and it comes even more alive, eagerly shooting the S3 forward with the merest hint of a toe wiggle. The DSG is also quite happy to downshift when called upon, either by said toe or by itself when under braking. Blipping down 2 gears when heading into a corner is commonplace here, as are the sharp little barks that emanate from the S3's quad exhaust tips. To accommodate virtual cockpit, as well as the latest MMI menu structure, every A3 and S3 features new left, right menu buttons bookending the spoke-mounted thumbwheel and center console MMI knob. The latter continues to operate the pop-up dash-mounted screen that's present regardless of whether the car has virtual cockpit. Otherwise, the A3/S3 cabin remains proof that a small car doesn't have to be a chancy car. The materials and construction are superb, and you'll never get tired of the reassuring clicks that go along with every turn of a knob or ultra-cool air vent. The minimalist design itself is refreshingly different from that of the A4. Although there are those who think it can look too simple, especially when the center screen is tucked away. Our test car also came equipped with the $1,450 S Sport seats that look super swank with their prominent shoulder bolsters covered in quilted black leather. Okay, so they look a bit like a cobra head or the top of King Tut's sarcophagus, but they're incredibly comfy and supportive. They're also, rather distinctly, 10-way manually adjustable. The mechanism for the S3's standard power-operated seats raises them, and thus your noggin, closer to the roof. So unless you frequently share driving duties, the lower S Sports are worth the extra cash. Deciding whether or not the 2017 S3 itself is worth the extra cash is a tough one. The sportiest version of the 220 horsepower A3 2.0T Quattro is about $44,000. The similarly loaded S3 we drove is $51,325. Meanwhile, the 2017 Volkswagen Golf R, which shares its 292 horsepower engine with the S3, comes within a few $100 of the hot Audi's $42,900 base price. The VW actually boasts more standard features, but their optional Audi counterparts are ultimately better executed, particularly on the tech front, and there's no denying the superiority of the S3's cabin. Then again, you could think of it this way, a similarly equipped A4 would also cost around $51,000. It offers a comfier ride and more space. The A3/S3's backseat legroom and trunk remain cramped, but it has less power and isn't as sharp to drive, and we can't say it provides a significantly superior interior. Plus, thanks to the S3's visual updates, they even look alike. Which brings us right back where we started, the S3 has no equal. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's inconsequential, maybe we should just be glad that such a fun, handsome, and luxurious little car exists for whoever chooses to bring one home.